November.
Peace, everybody. Good night, grand rising, beautiful evening, whatever it is at the moment that you are watching this. I am Jamesia. To my left is Gillian, and to my right is Reshonah. And we are here, guys. First of all, wait a minute. Wait a mother freaking minute. Happy 11/11 to me, to you, and to everyone watching. Today is a beautiful, powerful day. A beautiful portal has opened, and I need y'all to use that to y'all advantage in a good way, though, in a positive way. Make sure y'all vibrating high, because the energy that y'all not using, somebody else is. And that's a promise. Okay. But with that being said, y'all, thank you for being here. We love y'all so good, as you know. We appreciate you guys for watching, for hanging in there with us. This is episode 7. Yes, right.
7/11. 7/11.
Okay. And also too, I want to shout out this woman. Oh my gosh, she's so phenomenal, y'all. Y'all probably know who I'm gonna say, but look, y'all. Oh my god. I got my book. You can't see it. I don't know why you can't see it. It's blurry. But Thriving Through Chaos by Gillian Thomas. Y'all, I got my book. I'm so excited about this book. Really helping people thrive through what they think is chaos. I'm just so grateful for Gillian for writing this book, for pouring out her heart in this book. You guys should definitely go get it. Follow us on social media, all that good stuff. Yeah, and hit that link, okay? Hit that link.
Thank you, Jamesia. I appreciate that. You may continue.
Yeah, you're very welcome. With that being said, y'all, we're gonna get into this episode. So let's do it. What happened, Reshonah?
I'm just trying to fix this camera.
Oh, good. No, now you're kind of okay. You're good.
I know
you're kind of off center, but
looks like what's his name on Proud Family?
I'm in the know. I'm in the
okay. Yes, you're good. Awesomeness.
Preparing for my evening later on with my yoga healing. Yes,
a little off center, but I think if you try to move it,
yeah, you too high.
Yes, now you're good.
Okay, wait. I apologize. Reshonah is going to get this episode started, but give me 3 seconds. I just want to take. I do want to take some time, y'all, because you know it's on my heart. Hello, but gratitude. I just want to show some gratitude really quick, y'all, because oh my gosh, I've been on this journey, right? This Chiron thing, right? I've been going through this Chiron thing since it went retrograde. Well, before it went retrograde, right? My Chiron is in Cancer. So just dealing with relationships and attachments and things like that. But we on the up and up, y'all. And following my promptings has led me to great dealings. And so I'm excited about the future. I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful for those who have been on this journey with me. I'm thankful for you guys. I love y'all so good. And yeah, I just wanted to say that out loud because I was just thinking it. So yeah. Anyway.
Gotta follow your promptings.
Yeah, man. It's so important, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, it's so important. And if you don't know what a prompting is, right, it's just that gut feeling. So if you're not, what's the word? I don't want to say spiritual, but if you don't know, you still know, right? Because you do. So yeah, follow your promptings, follow your gut. And yeah, I just wanted to give gratitude. That's it. That's it for me. Reshonah, take it away, my friend.
Feeling sensational. Anyway, so that song by Chris Brown, but we're gonna get to some serious talk.
Yes. Okay. Anyway.
Wow. Grand rising, grand afternoon. It's a new day. This like Jamesia said, you know, this is our 7th episode, I believe, and a number of beautiful completions, spiritual path, on this 11/11. We want to give thanks to all those veterans that have put their life for us in fighting in the world. So we give you love, light, and grace. And we celebrate 11/11 as we tap deeper into our spiritual self. So we continue to listen to the prompts, right, as she stated, so that we can be guided and get out of the ego mind and so of the logical mind, which again kind of gets us into the loop, right? So today's presentation is really about getting out of loop, right? Of what we talk about every day. It's how do you know you're in the loop, whatever that loop might be, because there's many different loops, right? It could be loops in relationships, loops in working, loops in your spiritual ascension, loops in working out, loops in your day-to-day practices, your habits, and knowing that you're in a loop, because being in those loops sometimes gets you stuck, right? Stagnation, kind of like what the system is right now. And if you're about really truly ascending, you have to be aware and in tune that you're actually in the loop, because sometimes that loop might come into a different, that loop might come in a different frame, but it's still the same damn thing. And you thinking you got out of something and maybe it was purple before, but now it looks blue. But if you really sit down, it's the same damn loop, but different characters, bro. We got to get out of that. The only way you realize that is when you start really sitting down and being aware of the loops that you're in and wanting to get out of that. So with that breakdown, that introduction, what are some of the loops that we know that we're currently in? So for myself, when I sit down, because for me, I'm about growth. I'm a bull, I'm a Taurus. And for me, stagnation doesn't do well with me. So I know loop when I'm not moving. And not saying that you should move all the time, because there's a time and a place where you should be consistent. You should be at a pause, right? I went through a Mexican retreat, came back, and spirit was like behind down. So I sat down for 3 days and I meditated. But I'm talking about when you know you're doing the same thing and you're not getting any growth, right? That stagnation, that same behavior pattern where you're like, I want to get this done, but every time you try to get it done, you do the same action. Well, whether it's maybe turning the TV, maybe it's getting stuck on your phone, looking through Facebook or IG, whether it's going to sleep. That's a loop. That's a loop, you know? And if you realize that's happening, you're not getting things done, then you need to examine that within yourself. That has happened to me. I mean, it's times where, and it could become time, maybe you're depressed. Maybe you don't know how to go to the next level, and you're constantly just looking at things that really is not moving you, but you're just killing time. That's a loop too. Killing time and not doing nothing is a serious loop.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to, chime in on that? Because that feeling of, we say that there's a construct, there's no time that exists, but then there's also when you realize that you're wasting time and energy. So that means
with to chime in. Yeah, so when it comes to one of the ways you can recognize that you're in a loop is if you're dating the same guy over or same woman over and over with a different face. But
don't step on nobody's toes, honey. It's too early.
Girl, I'm microdosing. Don't start.
No, just saying.
Sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and so you don't know enough to recognize that you're in a loop. But for those of us who
that's true
are at a certain level of understanding and recognize that we are looping, like for instance with the relationship thing, you have to stop and pause and do the work to get out of that. But really and truly, there might be probably are some people here who are supposed to be doing the looping. That's what they're here to do. And then not recognizing that they're in a loop because they don't know enough to know that. And then there are others who have the understanding, but they prefer to stay in that paradigm for
Feels
whatever reason, either because that's what they're supposed to be doing or because they're afraid and don't know how to break out of it. What do y'all have to say about that aspect of it?
I think I think a lot of it, too, from my perspective of assessing it on the outside as a financial counselor and a financial soul healer, even in the finance area, but in the relationship that you stated, is fear of change. What it's people are afraid of moving in what they don't know. And I've heard this literally come out of people's mouths that they don't move because they don't know. And so that is a powerful statement. Because how do you move when you feel like you don't know? Right? The fear of success, right? The fear of I this is comfortable where I am. And so if I start to move in the next level, what can level me up? I'm afraid of how that make feel. How do I receive that the level of success? So maybe let me just stay in a place where I'm comfortable with and I understand it, so I don't want to get out this loop. I'm comfortable where I'm at. And that deals with relationships as well, right? It's the cycle of, oh my God, I have someone, I'm attached. But now if I have to now go independently on my own, do I not have somebody at my side? Because someone said something really powerful. You can have someone physically, but still be lonely mentally. So you have to think about what is that you require. Is it the physical aspect of the loop that you're in or the mental? And if both of them are keeping you in this place, but energetically you want to move out, again, that is the fear of being by yourself, quote unquote, right? Without this physical being, because mentally you're already alone.
Yeah. I was gonna say comfort too. So I mean, I think that a lot of people so first of all, first and foremost, a lot of people don't really know what they want. Meaning like either they have like this ideal in their head, you know what I'm saying? But it's just an idea, right? Because sometimes our ideas can be so powerful, right? That once we get it, like it scares us. Like I want a woman that's this, and this. But when you get that woman, it's like, damn, like, hold up. Like I ain't know you was gonna be coming with all that type, you know what I'm saying? But also too, like I'm losing my train of thought. So anyways, yeah. So yeah, comfort is a big thing of the loops that we tend to stay in as far as relationships, because I mean, what's that saying? It's about the devil. Like, oh my gosh, what's that saying? If you don't like, why learn? It's basically talking about learning somebody new. Like, why learn somebody new when you can, something like that. But it got the devil in it or whatever. I
Something
think
about the devil you know and the devil you don't know.
yeah.
I kind of know what you're talking about, but I can't, I don't know the exact wording.
Correct.
I can probably look it up.
Right. But can you find it for me? Because I want to know now.
All right.
But
But
yeah.
that comfort works for practically every situation you can
Right.
find yourself looking in.
Oh my God, my computer's back up, guys.
Oh, shoot. It just needed some time. That's all.
See, right? And the scene is beautiful.
Mhm.
I've been embraced with green oceans and mountains.
Hello.
Ooh, and trees, girl. Ooh, we all in this.
Oh my gosh.
So the saying is better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And
Yeah.
that
Oh, that's
applies
a
to
blue.
situations, situationships,
Mhm.
environments, you know.
I'd rather deal with him because I know him already. I ain't got time to know
Right,
get to know somebody else. Cause
right. It feels comfortable, right? I mean, this is exactly what makes sense. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
So,
Can we talk about how all loops not bad?
okay, we like that.
I just feel like that's a thing. Cause like I don't know, we just always saying like don't be in a loop, don't be in a loop. But like following your promptings, I think that goes into that because like Gillian said, everybody is here to do their own thing, right? Like we wouldn't have balance if everybody knew like, okay, I'm supposed to flow, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, right? Like there would be no balance. Like we live in a construct of duality. So
Right.
it's no such thing as everybody getting it right with the air quotes, because what's right, right? But anywho, that's too deep. But yeah. So yeah, loops, that's not all negative. I don't, there's not one per se, but I just feel like depending on the person, like, and if you're following your promptings or if you're following your gut or whatever, your intuition, then you know, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also if that's where you're supposed to be, like, what lessons are you supposed to be learning out of it? Like, because you, first of all, you go on loop until you get it anyway. Like that's just the thing. Like you gonna stay there. You gonna stay where you at until you understand why you even there in the first place. Understand and overstand why you in it in the first place. So I just feel like talking about getting out the loop all day might put pressure on some, but there's no pressure. There's only elevating and understanding why you in the loop in the first place, and then navigating out of it in whatever way you see fit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Finally coming to the
Awareness.
awareness that you're in a loop and setting the intention, maybe not, it doesn't have to be, oh, now I'm setting the intention to get out of this loop, but just becoming aware that you're in a loop kind of puts us in a place where when we get into situations involving that loop, the universe reminds us that, okay, this is the loop. Why are you here? And you start to think about, why am I here? What do I need to do to get out of it? So it's not even about forcing yourself to think about anything, because once that awareness sets in, it's like everything, how I know it sounds cliche-ish to some people, but the universe actually conspires to set things in motion to restructure you.
Yeah.
And when you said, Jamesia, about the loops not necessarily being bad, that is true, because when we when we start to know who we are and we recognize that we're in this loop and we're doing the work, it might seem that we're doing things over and over and we're not making any progress. But you're doing the work, so eventually it's going to get you somewhere. And
yeah, I think that
and you're
the
being on a higher level loop, kind of,
correct.
if that makes sense.
Absolutely. A spiral. Oh my gosh. Yes, that does. That makes so much sense. Yep, a spiral.
What you
'Cause
say,
obviously,
Reshonah?
What? I'm smiling because you're saying what I had in my head about you're always being in a loop, but you're spiraling up. Like, you're getting out of one loop into the next loop because you're spiraling. And so agreeing with Jamesia and what you stated too as well, Dylan, is not bad when you come to the awareness, right? Where you are, and then the level of where you now want to take it. And then you go to the next loop, you're spiraling up. So I would say, like, that can feel like, maybe every year you travel to Grenada, right? Maybe it's a spiritual journey, maybe it's a family journey. In a sense, it's a loop, but it's not a bad loop. There's some type of connection or reason why you're doing that constantly, right? But in there, something's going to change where you might ascend, connect with someone there, and get some type of information to transform you, right? Into the next loop that you spiraling up. So yes, are good loops. And I think giving examples of people can understand what that is, you know, but like anything, as above, so below, there's balance, like you stated, right? You know, when you're in a loop where it doesn't feel good, right? But you're in it because you are comfortable, you can't move. That's one loop. It's the feeling, right? But then if you're in another loop that makes you feel good, it's challenging, but you know through that feel good, you're growing. That's a level of spiraling up, right? So again, we're in the spiritual ascension course, right? We're doing shadow work, we're doing chakras, and you know, we're constantly in this level of growth, but and for the meantime, there's a loop until we get what the work we're actually doing allows us to now ascend from our own personal loops within ourselves of growth. Does it make sense?
110%.
Yep.
And so better express ourselves and be in a momentum, but it's joyful loops because we know we're in that place of growing. We don't want to be comfortable in the loops that we're in.
Right.
That we're in.
We don't want to stagnate. We want to, because this is why celebrities reinvent themselves. Like Madonna was always switching up things. Even now, I mean, not that we're not, we call it in adoration or anything. I forget the other word. My words are leaving me now. But we're just using, we're not idolizing her. We're just using her as an example of a celebrity who was always, and Michael Jackson. I mean, always reinventing himself and doing things out the box that people made him talked badly about him for, but now everybody's doing. So it's kind of you have to, so let's say you have an online store or you have a business, it's online, you take it to you level up by taking it to a like a storefront, a street address business, and then you level it up to something else. Yeah, that's kind of an example of breaking out of loops, so to speak. But in order to do those things, we have to be able to connect with ourselves and be doing the work to connect with ourselves so that our spirit team is telling us, okay, so do this next. Or do that next. You might not know why you have to do this next or that next. And it might sound crazy what you have to do next, but then boop, couple months later, you're in a.
I got one for you. Yep.
What was you finna say?
Oh, and this is my own personal challenge, but that loop of needing to ask, right? You so stuck in this. I could do it myself. I don't want to ask for it, or what if they say no, right? Because truly, when you're in that loop, you don't grow because you don't know what the person's going to say. So you in this loop in your head constantly. No, I'm not going to ask. I'm going to figure it out myself. Nope, it's all right. But you don't even know how much a burden you're being on yourself. I had to realize that for me to grow, for me to ask. And like, in order for me to ask, no matter what the person says, it's a level of growth for me. It's a level of me getting out of my loop of not wanting to ask for help or support. So
yeah, that ego too.
That ego, oh my God, I had to shut her down. Like, nope, you require this right now. It's okay. You just ask, because that is life-changing. It is life-changing when you don't assume, or you don't get stuck in your hunger struggle of, no, I'm good. I can do it by myself. I'm all right. Now, what if they say, because you're already now creating the answer that you think the person's going to say, or how you might look, or how they might look at you, the perception. All fictitious, right?
Yeah, none of this is real, and the ego thinks it's all real, but it's supposed to be fun. So
exactly. So I am learning to ask, and I'm getting better at it. Thank you,
so
Jill.
good. That's so good for you because like I completely that's overstood. Like I'm the same way. I will not ask nobody for nothing. Like I be like I'm good on my own, baby. That's where my masculine energy stand up.
Right.
I'm like I'm
Right.
good. Like I don't need to ask you. If I don't know, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Cause why ask you? I just don't like the fact that everybody not, where each other is, right? Everybody not where each other is. And I just hate that the people who I would be comfortable to ask, right? They just they not like me. So it's just annoying. Like I just don't do it. Cause I don't like people doing stuff for me because I don't want to hear about it later. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. So I don't know if that's ego or what, but baby,
A
I'm
little
working.
bit, a little bit
Yeah,
of ego,
a bit of ego.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep.
know it.
but
But
it could be discernment as well.
Yep.
that, yeah. Yeah. Cause I don't want to hear about it later. Cause I'm not that way. Like I just do for people. Like I don't care. I don't ask for nothing back. Like I just do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a loop, y'all. Wanting people to be like you. Like
Yes, that's a
nobody is like you. Yeah, we got to get out of that.
loop
Yeah.
of
Oh my gosh, that's a loop.
a loop of expectations,
Yeah, most
girl.
definitely.
For
Yep.
that
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. No expectation.
expectations
Mm.
versus what you require. So now I'm like, this is what I require.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different feeling when you look at what you acquire versus what you're expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely I got what but yeah, because everybody not gonna treat me how I treat them. And I need to know that. I mean, well, I do know that, but I need to
Well,
be
the operative word is acceptance, which I came to knowing through Erin Lyons because I
love
had
her.
been floundering for a word to describe healthy detachment from everything and everyone. And I listened to one of her lives. Well, it was a recording,
Mm-hmm.
and she channeled the word acceptance. That's the space we're supposed to be in. And
Mm-hmm.
it's such a beautiful, peaceful space.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I'm still working on that to an extent.
Yeah,
Right.
to an extent, because I feel like I got that. I feel like I got that down, but yeah, I'm still working on that to an extent because
Me too.
I just let people be in a space. Like everybody got their own space, right? So I accept that. I'm not on the time of, trying to change somebody or trying to, whatever the case. I just let people be in a space. Like, ain't that, what's wrong with it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. That's a big word.
accept
Acceptance.
it.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
that even say it vibrates a level of peace.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer interfering when you accept, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's low key deep. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Right.
That's so
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Acceptance. We're about to get our acceptance t-shirt out the loop. I'm
Yeah.
accepting.
Oh, we
I'm
need that. No cap. Yeah, we need that. I'm on
I
it.
feel like I need to say what I've been thinking about what we say about following your promptings.
okay.
I know when I started on this journey and understanding that the things that I'm hearing I'm supposed to act on
Mm-hmm.
that things that I'm hearing that sound weird. And then coming to the understanding that the promptings might not look or feel like how
Mhm.
I think or people say they should look and feel. So I wanted to I think we should, for people who are new to doing that, help them to understand what it might feel like. So I have this example of what happened to me this week. I got up, prepared myself. I work remote, so I turned on my laptop, and it was updating Citrix, and I'm sitting there, and the thing would not allow me into my job's Citrix space. And it's just not happening. Reboot the computer, nothing's happening. And it was a really nice, beautiful, sunny day like today where the sun is really beaming in. And when I got up that morning, I looked out and I said, oh my gosh, such a gorgeous day. I have to go outside. Now that's a prompting, right? But instead of going outside to catch that sun, I went to the desk and turned on my laptop to start work, saying that, okay, I'll go out in a couple of hours. Let me do a couple of hours work and I'll go out. And that thing refused to let me in. And finally, I realized, okay, I'm supposed to get my butt up and go outside now. And that's what I did. And I came back, and the rest of the day was gravy. Got into work, no problem with the system.
Yeah,
So,
closed doors. That's what
huh?
that is. Closed doors mean no. Like,
Right?
normally when a door don't open, that means that you got a prompting 2 seconds before. Yeah,
Exactly.
so good. That's so good.
That
Absolutely.
So,
I used that and listened.
yeah,
Yeah. That,
Oh, I thought you said listen.
oh no, they're still talking, right?
we didn't
No,
hear
I thought
everything.
yeah.
Say it again.
Oh no, I said I'm so glad that you listened and you enjoyed the outside and came back. And I agree with you. That is the prompting. That is it. And people will, again, right? They won't accept it. So they keep pushing, interfering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting
A lot of people don't.
frustrated and yelling at the computer and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, a lot of people don't trust or don't know. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna lie, like, this is my 5th reincarnation, so I'm very spiritual. So I didn't have this issue, but I hear it coming out of other people's mouths. A lot of people have this issue to where they don't know if that's their ego. Like, once you get on your path, you start learning ego, spirit type, right? But a lot of people don't know, like, is this my ego talking to me, or is this my actual higher self talking to me type? So how do they distinguish the two, right? Like, because a lot of people do that. They just don't know, so they don't follow. Now, when the door don't open, right? That's how you know. But even before that, like, how do you know? Like, how do you know it to even follow it in the first place? Like, for that to be your first mind, like, oh, let me go do this because that's what I felt type.
Well, if the first thing that comes to mind is to go do this, and it's something outside of your comfort zone, and the thoughts started to kick in, but no, we can't do this, and how are we going to get this done, and so on and so forth. That's your ego. You should go do that thing that's outside of your comfort zone,
Yeah, that's so good.
because that's intuition or a prompting or spirit or whatever. So once we learn to push past that, the doubt and the fear and possibly the guilt.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line, because Sister Myra teaches us that no doubt, no fear, no guilt.
Yeah.
Once
Or
you
shame.
start to fear or shame, right? Once you start to feel those, then it's resistance. That's your ego, because your ego thinks this construct is real.
Type.
So that would be my answer to that.
Yeah,
What say you,
that's
Reshonah?
actually that's yeah, that's so good because Heck yeah. Like that is the answer. It makes so much sense. Like our north and south nodes, like your south node is where you're most comfortable at. That's where you trying to elevate to your north node, going from south to north. So it makes so much sense to not think about, I mean, not do the things that would make you comfortable, right? Because in your situation, like the you have to go to work, right? So the comfort would be, oh no, I got to get this laptop working because I got a client in a minute type, right? And then obviously the uncomfortable thing is to leave your laptop and not be thinking about it, trying to get some sun rays, right? That's so yeah, that makes so much sense.
Trust me, that was uncomfortable because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got a bill. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, that's so good. Reshonah, did you have an answer or did she touch on it?
No, she touched on it. I actually
Yeah.
wanted to question regarding the south node because from the understanding from the south node is where you're supposed to be living in now, from my understanding.
Well, the south node is where you lived before. That's your comfortable space, right? That's what you've done already. That's your comfort. You want to elevate to your north node, which is where the expansion comes from. That's the things that you might see it here and there throughout this lifetime because it's like, of course it's going to show its head because that's where you have to go to, right? So it shows its head in little ways, right? Throughout your lifetime until it's time for you to actually be in that space of your north node. So
You can
Okay.
use your south node to help you achieve your north node. Like, for instance,
Right. Okay.
I'll use myself as an example. My north node is Gemini, so I had to get comfortable with communicating and being out front. So I had to start the YouTube channel, and even though it was so uncomfortable, and
yeah,
also the thing that I was that North Node in Gemini includes, which is a lifetime learner. It was easy for me because I'm always reading. I know a lot of things. I'm always interested in learning new things because I have to share information with people, right? Um,
absolutely. Which is that
so,
Sagittarius.
right.
Mm.
But also because I was the opposite a past, in my most recent past,
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to be comfortable with, I'm a loner, technically. And so I'm able to be comfortable with being alone, and I know how to go in and replenish myself and just disconnect from
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So using that past life experience, but being able to communicate and be in relationships and being um in kind of in group settings with people, being comfortable with all of that is what I had to learn for right now.
Yeah, correct, correct. Yep. That's that south and north node. That's that.
And
I'm
all of
clear.
that is generally reflected in your personal numerology and the rest of your natal chart, because I'm a
Oh,
Libra. Libras are
I,
about relationships. So it's just
I'm really deep in
Interesting.
my soul mission. Woo-hoo. I'm a deep old Scorpio. Healing norms and values. Financial abundance. Yep, it's all good. Ah, yes, I receive it.
Yeah. So did that give you clarity?
So I also had to get out the loop of not wanting to face myself, right? And my responsibilities. And
Mm-hmm.
so that means is that I'm a leader and I run from it. And so now, because of all my wonderful classes and ascensions, and like Gillian said, she realized where she was in the past, I'm standing firm nor in it of that I'm a leader and accepting it and accepting my responsibilities. But let me tell you, I had to keep to myself, you feel uncomfortable with this? Why do you keep running? Because I didn't want to be responsible. I want.
Oh, that's that religious stuff. You don't want to be held responsible. You want to be able to blame it on somebody else.
I don't want to lead. Why me? Why you asking me? And you realize again the patterns from the outside. You be like, oh my God, so this really is me. Okay, why do I keep feeling this? Because you don't want to accept the responsibility that the universe has here for you to do. And so I'm grateful for the transformations and a constant reminders and extending in my power. I'm not saying it's easy when you have to accept your responsibilities or lead because you're naturally that way, but you run from it so long. I had to talk to myself, like, why are you running? And then getting read and going through the healing process, you realize this is truly who you are.
Yeah. Yep. You got to face that part of you, which is the shadow work, right?
Right.
Facing that part that's scared.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Yep.
But isn't that always the thing, though? The thing that we're supposed to be, we do the opposite because we're fighting that North Node energy.
Right.
Communicators are the shyest people, most introverted. Leaders want to be in the background because I had that same issue with responsibility too, because I don't like taking people making me or having me take responsibility for them. So I had to, and that was the benefit of being a part of SDA. And learning my natal chart and so on, how to be in these spiritual streets, because I'm able to know that that's who I am. Right. That's what I have to do. So I just have to figure it out.
Right. Absolutely.
And I have help figuring it out. So everybody, it's not like you don't have help figuring it out. You have a spirit team.
Yes.
So you don't have to do it on your own, ever.
Which I'm grateful. Yeah, and I'm grateful for you guys because it's also a support mechanism going through the process and the journey. Having a soul team family with you going through, because we're not saying that this is all glory and easy. We're saying that we're just accepting again, right? But it to do in this realm. And so we say to those who are in search or feel like they're alone or, getting these messages but don't know who to talk to because your quote unquote family are looking at you like you crazy, cray. But you want to have a support team that might understand you. And so we're here because we've been through it here,
Email us at outtheloop777@gmail.com.
That was on its way. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
No, I was saying that they alone the prompts, and it'd be surprised because as we keep ascending, you attract those people who just talk to you, right? And you talk like, okay, God, I'm here to give them a message, or vice versa. And it feels good to be part of that divine ascension, divine collective ascension. Because now you're a whole, right? That's a beautiful feeling to be in that and moving from divine love.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, like when we talk about meditating, doing it every day, this, that, and the third, I think it get overwhelming for people because they like, oh, you gotta like actually get up type, this, that, and the third. But truthfully, like I feel like nobody's willing to like do the work, right? Like I don't use an alarm to get up. My spirit team wake me up. Like if you really talking about something, then it's gonna pan out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really about that life, then it's gonna happen for you, right? Like no fear. Yet again, you can't move in fear because that's a feeling, that's an emotion. And the universe is not listening to what you're talking about. She going off of how you feel. You feel me? And so it's just like, if you do the work, then it's gonna, like, you tell your spirit team, like, I don't want to use no alarm. That's what I told mine. Like, I'm not doing no alarms and stuff. I don't want to hear all that noise. My phone be on do not disturb half the time anyway. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. Like, if y'all want me to get up, then y'all gonna wake me up. Hold people, like, not people, but hold your spirit team accountable. Like, y'all a team, you know what I'm saying? They think it's just like this thing. I don't know. I don't even know where people be getting their spirituality you know,
Information.
concepts from, but like, it's not some like woo-woo stuff. It's really on some real like thug life type stuff. Like, just do, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk to your people how you talk to them.
I had to
ain't
learn.
no,
I had to learn that.
yeah, man. Like,
I was like, well,
you see what
it's
I'm saying?
you. I swear, Jamesia. And then I was like, I think I was talking to Nancy, Sister Nancy, beautiful, powerful soul. And I was like, I'm doing my work. Something's off. And she was like, you better speak to your team. I tell
Okay.
friend, you better handle them. I said, I could talk to them, right? And I'm sure this because she was like, girl, yes. Girl, why she? I sat by my altar with the candles and everything. I sat there, pulling, and was like, listen.
Okay, and that made you feel a lot better, didn't it?
What? And I was crying. I was like, I'm doing my work. I'm sending my power, and there's no way. I acquired this.
Yeah. One thing about it, it's not fake. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just speaking to you. Like, you got to be real with you at the end of the day. If you ain't gonna be real with nobody else, you got to be real with you. And if you know you don't talk, if you know you don't talk like that, then don't talk like that, because they gonna be looking at you, bro. Who is you talking to? You forgot we know you.
All jacked up, all different places, all right. But the next couple of days, they were like, boom, 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 boom. I said, y'all listening to me.
Hello.
I could continue to do my work because y'all making me
real with yourself.
Like, grateful for that, because it's still learning.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yep. Anything else, guys?
No, I think we wrapping it up.
Yeah. So as always, Gillian, do you have something before we go?
We said a lot. Just keep going, everybody. We will keep going, and just keep going.
Yeah. That's so she didn't say nothing, but she said everything. I just want y'all to know.
Yep.
Like, really, really listen to that. Literally keep going. It does not matter what happens. Like, nothing in this concept is real. Just keep going. The only thing that's real is what you get from within. You have all the power. Know that, overstand that, understand that, and shit. If you got to, understand it too. Okay? Like, it's yours. You have it. You're not alone. And yeah, with that being said, we love y'all so good. We appreciate you guys for watching. As usual, episode number 7 is a wrap. Don't forget to email us at outtheloopda 777@gmail.com. We look forward to your emails, and we will talk about them on the show. Whatever you need, whether it's finance, anything, whatever, thriving through chaos,
Health,
whether it's sexual, I don't know why I said
relationship,
that. Relationship,
whatever.
anything. Just hit us up there. Again, we love y'all. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for being here with me, being on this journey with me. You guys are truly my soulmates, and I'm grateful. And yeah.
Peace.
Peace.